pray everyone is doing well. Keep Yahweh first. It's and I'm here to help my people. Knowledge is power, so here's some tools to help you grow. Mentally, physically, a spiritual thing. And it changes our life. That's a beautiful thing. As we sit here and talk about the issues that affect us, the change by affecting the right people, changing the law. But first, we must do three things: inspire, uplift, and empower each other. What you don't know hurts you. I want to live. What's up, guys? Sorry so much for the delay. We're supposed to start at 7:30. We had some technical difficulties, but welcome back. I am your host, Nene Adams, and thank you guys for coming in and tuning in with me today. It's always a pleasure. Thank y'all so much. The second Monday of every month, we always do Black-owned businesses, so I'm so excited and so happy to have the Butler family on with us, Joey and Leslie Butler. They're going to be giving us some talk about it and how it is managing businesses. And so I'm so excited to hear from them. We'll also have it's breast cancer awareness, y'all. It's breast cancer awareness. So we're gonna have the beautiful, God-fearing Renee Smith on as she talks about her testimony. Breast cancer has not affected me directly. I've never had it, but indirectly it has affected my family. It goes in through my whole family, the Adams family, and also my godmother, who is currently going through it. She went through chemo and surgery, but all glory to God. She only has to do 20 more days or 21 days of radiation instead of the recommended 6 weeks. So God is good. And I just want to make sure that I can continue to support those that are going through breast cancer. So that's why we're going to have Renee on today, and she's going to talk about her as being a survivor and give to that. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and let's I know how I like to get down. Dear Heaven, thank you for seeing us as we truly are, flaws and all. Nothing we can do can surprise you. Thank you for calling us your children. Remind us, Lord, that when storms comes our way, that you will never leave us nor forsaken us. That with storms, it builds us, it strengthens us, and it challenges life. Keep us invested in the word, and we pray. Amen. Amen. Guys, let's go ahead and shout out. As y'all can see, every time I come on here, I have a new hairstyle. I actually wanted to try out the butterfly locks. And shout out to my hairstylist, my sister, because she would get on my last nerves, or she'll jump on me if I didn't shout her out. But shout out to my sister, Daisha. You can follow her on Instagram as mischievous_D. That's on Instagram, or you can hit her up on Facebook. It is Daisha Katrina, okay, on Facebook. So make sure you holler at her if you want to get some butterfly locks, ladies. I know this is a thing that's in style. Go ahead and check it out. Look at it, it's really cute. So make sure y'all do that. Also, Laker Nation, I want y'all to see something. Shout out to the Lakers. I'm repping y'all today. I'm not even a Lakers fan, but I support LeBron James. LeBron James is my favorite player. Everybody who knows me knows that's the case. So shout out to LeBron, Anthony Davis, Rondo, Green, even though you missed that shot that could have sealed it last week. I'm just kidding. But guys, shout out to them. It's an honor. I was torn between the whole thing. I wanted Miami to win, obviously, because that's my team. I've been rocking with them for so long. And they doubted us the whole season, and for us to get into Oh, I'm on. Hey. There we go. I think it's because of the storm and everything that's going on. It's crazy. But anyway, Terrell, you're funny. Before you start, let all the people know I'm a better athlete than you. Now we're gonna have to play one-on-one and put some money up. Put some money up on that one. He's gonna tell y'all a story that he beat me in college, but I don't think that's right. I think it was like a game that I was injured in or whatever, something like that. But it was a great game. But yeah, so shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to Kobe. I think that was the main reason why I wanted them to win so much is because of the devastating loss that we had with one of the greatest to ever play the game, Kobe. And I just wanted the Laker Nation and the Lakers fans to understand that, we were all rooting for them. We were all in, had their backs and everything like that. So shout out to the Laker Nation. So let's do that. All right, so you know how I like to do as well. National holidays, October 12th. Today is Savings Day, so make sure you sow a seed, save some money. And I challenge everyone to sow a seed of 7. 7 is a number of perfection and completeness. So whenever you get a chance, each day, what I would like for you to do is to put $7 away into a savings account, checking account, or whatever, something you're not going to spend, and also pray that day. Just ask God, give you clarity on what you need to do for your family, for yourself. Sow that seed and just see and trust and believe that God will do something for you. So just know that today is National Savings Day. So let's start that challenge and going on. October 13th is also, so how many people, I don't know how many parents did it last week, if they transferred their money to their daughter, because my mom didn't give me a dime. But today it is, it's transfer your money to your Sunday. So all parents, please transfer your money to your son, send them a cash app, something like that, and bless them with some money so they can go ahead and just do something with it, hopefully positive. We also have, lastly, October 17th is Pay Back a Friend Day. There's a lot of people out here who borrow some money for some people and still out here spending money, and just pay your friends back. Don't bite the hands that feed you. Go ahead and give them some money back. Let them know you appreciate them, because you never know when you truly need that money or a hand or something, that support. Just make sure you look out for those. We're going to go ahead and add on here. I think Renee got on. So we're going to talk to her and we're going to find out her testimony. Hey,
Hello. Hi, honey. How are
I'm so
you?
glad we got it together.
Yeah, we did. It had a little struggle, but we ain't let the devil win this one.
We didn't let him win at all. Look, I
Nope.
was having internet connection issues. Lord, you know what I'm saying? But he will not win today.
No. And I'm over here helping out a friend move. So
It's
after
right.
doing their wedding. So no, he's not going to win.
Amen.
Hello,
Amen.
hello, hello to everyone.
Yes, I love your hair.
Thank you.
It is
Thank you.
beautiful.
I did it for breast cancer. Every October, I do it for the last 4 years. I've been going pink
Going
for
pink.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
pink. It
And
is beautiful. Oh my gosh. But you gotta tell us about your journey. That's the main reason we're here. We want to hear your testimony. We want to hear about your journey and like when you was diagnosed. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that.
yes, I can. It was in April when I went home to my mom's for her 85th birthday. Did all that. We came back and went to Atlanta, Georgia for Mother's Day. Got back on that Wednesday, took a shower. I just jumped in the bed. Husband jumped in and he went to hug me and bumped against my breast.
Mhm.
And he said, "Wow, there's 3 lumps." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And literally there was 3 lumps size of a fist in my left breast. So we called the next day to the hospital and they said, "Well, we can't see you at my doctor's. We got to at least wait 3 weeks." I didn't have 3 weeks because it was just that bad. It never hurt me. I never knew I had anything. I always did my breast examinations, but it just happened to just pop up at the least expected. Prior to that, my husband lost his first wife to breast cancer.
Mm,
So he was basically on alert of like being very self-awareness of what's going on with my body.
correct.
And got to the hospital, the doctor's like, this don't look normal. The x-rays didn't look right. So fast forward a bit, I end up going to John Hopkins and they diagnosed me with stage 3 melanoma, 3 types of breast cancer. I had breast, lymph node, and hormonal cancer. And it was in a stage 3. I never felt pain. Everyone say there's something's wrong with me. But when I end up with the breast cancer, I told my husband that just know that God chose me And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people think something's wrong when I say God chose me, but I know in my heart that God chose me for this so I can help every woman and man out there that's afraid of the word breast cancer.
Right.
And with that being said, I asked the Lord after my husband and I cried. I just told him, I'm not going nowhere. I'm a hard pill to swallow. I'm not going nowhere. So you can't get rid of me that easy. So
Right.
you're stuck with me.
He's
So
stuck.
by me saying that, I called my daughter in Texas, her church out there, and I told them about my breast cancer. And I had just found it. They called me like 4 o'clock in the morning to pray with me. And I then asked God, if I have to go this journey, to be with me, and I'll do all that you want me to do. I want to be a better mother, a better wife, a better stepmother, aunt, friend, or whatever I can be. I want to be better at it, and I want to be able to continue to do my duties as you
Right.
see fit. And to be honest, God allowed me to do all of that without getting sick. I had 3 months of heavy chemo, which did take my hair out. But I continue to do, which I'm a florist and a seamstress. I continue to sew. I continue to do my sister's wedding. I think it's a week after I got out of hospital having my left breast removed. I did her wedding. I never stopped
Right.
moving. And I just say to everyone, if you come up with this disease, trust in God because He will see you through. If you talk with Him about your journey, the support I had was my husband, my sister, my baby sister, and my children, Vanessa and Melon, and my family and my mom. They were my main supporters financially, physically, mentally. My family was right there, and my friends. When I had to rate the chemo, I end up having the Taxol, and that really messed my feet up, where I end up with neuropathy. But
Mm.
still, it has not stopped me.
It hasn't.
It has not stopped me. I'm still going. And they tell I had to have 6 weeks of radiation. And Nene, I heard you say that a family member doesn't have to do the 6 weeks of radiation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true blessing. Because
Yeah.
I did the 6 weeks and I lived in Waldorf and I was going to Johns Hopkins every morning for 6 weeks. And it takes a toll on you. But it was a beautiful journey, I can say, because I did have fun throughout the journey, met wonderful people. I was even receiving gifts at Johns Hopkins from other patients, said that when I would come into the hospital, I gave them faith. I gave them
Mm.
encouragement from the way I took on this breast cancer, because I did not let it take me. I took it. And
Yes.
that's the whole thing. It's mind over matter. If you soak in it and say, oh my God, I have it, you won't make it. But if you say, God, we got this and we're going to fight this fight together, oh, you will win. Trust me. Because I went through the radiation. They gave me the heaviest dose of radiation they can give a human because my tumor was 11.5 centimeters
Mm.
and 15 lymph nodes was in my left arm and 8 was breast cancer with the hormonal. So they tried to give me, they gave me the heaviest, which is supposed to make you blister, bleed, and you couldn't wear clothes. Well, I then told my doctors, it's not going to happen. And they
You
said,
spoke
yes,
it.
it is. I said, no, it's not. So, needless to say, my arm's supposed to swell up where I wouldn't be able to use my left arm. That never happened because I believe in a higher power. And I said, God, you said it won't happen. It's not going to happen.
Right.
So it swells a little bit, but I still wear my normal clothing. So once my breast cancer, once the radiation ended, it was a day before Good Friday. It's a beautiful day. My mom was here. All my sisters came in from Georgia, New York. They all was here. And the lady says, I cannot believe because your skin never broke, blistered, or did anything. She said, and I don't understand what's going on with you. She said, I've never had a patient to be like this. And so she was like in awe as my radiologist. But everything went well. And that was 11 months she declared me cancer free.
Wow.
And
Oh,
she said, if you peel, let me know.
yeah.
So that Sunday was Easter, which this part means so much to me because Easter Sunday, is when they rolled back the tomb from Jesus to say he was gone, he has risen.
Mm-hmm.
That evening, I morning went to church, came home, took a shower, and when I went to wipe my breast to dry off, my skin rolled off me, and I was already healed. So that's the power of God. If you believe it, I would say then when they did the radiation, heal me from inside now, created me a clean heart, renew and restore my body. And God did just that.
Mm. Yeah.
Now the cancer hit me again. It came back February of last year.
Okay.
It came back and I had my other breast removed, and that was my choice because I always had jokes on the
So
idiot
was
and
it that a
all of that.
preventive measure? Is that the reason to prevent it from reoccurring? To take your choice to remove it again?
Yes, I wanted them to remove it at first, and the doctor says nothing there, you're fine. But in my spirit, Nene, I felt that there was something there that I had to get it out.
Right.
But 3 years went by, and then it was just getting very heavy and had me unbalanced. And I'm like, I told the doctor I need it off. And thank God I did, because breast cancer, when they removed it, there was more cancer there in my lymph nodes, and it had moved to my pelvis on both sides of my body and to my liver. As it stands now, they say I still have it. I don't believe I do. I've had 2 nuclear body scans last year, and
Mm-hmm.
each one, the results came back that my cancer is shredded, is shrinking. Now, this one is called the, oh my God, it's the methylmalone, but, oh, see, I can't even think of it because I believe I don't have it. So,
Right.
but I go on Friday to have another nuclear test done, which is a full body scan. They put nuclear in my body and they scan me just to
Okay.
see if the cancer has increased, decreased, or the status of it. But I take chemo pills right now. I still do all my stuff that I've been doing. I swim, I cook and clean. I still do weddings. I just did one Saturday. I did 2 Saturday. So nothing will stop me. And even with this COVID, I
Yes.
lost my mom with this, but she was my main number one supporter. So even though she's not here no more, I know she's sitting there with God telling her she's going to be all right.
Right.
So anyone out there that has any type of sign of breast cancer, if you even feel a smallest lump, get it checked. And it goes for men as well, because men can get breast cancer. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people feel they can't, but men can get breast cancer. So just stay positive.
Yes.
Have to stay positive, because that's the key. And keep your faith up. And be honest, joke about it. Because
Yeah.
my husband has a bald head. I would rub his head and he would rub mine. And he would laugh about it. So I just kept the good spirit going. And they used to say, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Nothing. I don't feel tired. I don't feel sick." I said, "Because I got it. God got this for me." So I never laid in the bed not one day of any sickness of cancer.
Right. Oh my God. And I love what you said. You said don't let it take you, that you took it. And that's
Yes,
key.
that's your
Mental,
key.
that is something that you pushed through and you were just like, you know what? You're not going to defeat me. I
No.
am going to make sure that I fight every day, and
Yep.
I'm going to be 100% while I'm doing this. And I
Yes.
think that's for people that are going through that, because it's a mental thing. No matter if you're going through an injury,
Yes. It's very
break
mental.
up a relationship, it's a mental thing.
It's a
It's like, are
mental.
you resilient to push yourself through?
And another
And your
thing
faith
is
has
your,
to be strong, just like you
yes,
said.
your faith have to be strong. And your eating. You have to change your diet. I
You do?
don't eat meat. It's been 3.5 years. I have not eaten meat, thanks to my daughter Vanessa.
Yes.
And I have to work out. She has me working out. Just
Well, Ma, I lost your volume there. Oh, there you go.
okay.
Back.
There we go. Um, Eating meat is very hard when you have cancer because of the stuff that's in it.
Hmm.
I advise you to try to, even if you don't have cancer, there's black seed oil pills that I take every day. There's turmeric pills with black pepper I take. I
I
do
take
that
that too.
apple cider vinegar vitamins, and I also do the vitamin C. And I also came up with my own ginger shots, which my husband called them 80 proof.
Okay.
Because I make at least, when I do at least 12 jars, I make of the mason jars. And my kids come and take a jar every time they come to me.
I'll take one.
You got it. I got to come through there on Wednesday through Bowie, so I'll have a jar for you. So I have to give you a call, but I have a jar for you. It's 80 proof, but it's all 100% ginger, and I boil it down with lemons and the lemon rinds, and then it's a process, but it builds your immune system, it gives you energy, and it purifies your body. With this COVID, I also do a garlic shot. Well, it's like a tablespoon of fresh garlic crushed with raw honey, cinnamon, and a little lemon juice, and you do it to like a paste. And if you feel a cold or feel something coming, you take a teaspoon of it at night, guarantee by the next day you won't feel anything. Because the garlic then took over whatever's trying to take over you.
Yes.
So it's a lot, but it's good. Just stay positive, stay happy. And just know that when it's your time, God's going to take you no matter what. So you got to live for today and for this minute and not tomorrow.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Nene.
All those that are going, you're a survivor. You are a woman of God. You are a virtuous woman. So I know that everything is going to work out in your favor. And I just want to personally thank you too, because I connected you with my godmother who is currently going through it. And you have really helped her so much, so tremendously. And I don't want to get emotional because
I know she's my heart. Me and her.
But yes, that's my heart. You're my heart.
Let me tell you something. You got me with chills over here.
Yeah.
But she's just an angel. When she came to me, she didn't know what she was running into.
Yeah.
And she does the ginger shots. I had that set up for her. I gave her gifts when you got to the house. So we had a beautiful connect. Even with her mom and her sisters, we bonded like we've been know each other. But when you are a breast cancer, we're pink sisters for life. We're like our own sorority.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what we are.
And y'all have to stick together. But thank you so
You're welcome.
So much.
Thank you, everyone.
Definitely stay in contact. You know you got my number. Hit me up.
I sure do. I love you.
I need to get one more of these.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
All right, Mama.
I love that you're still wearing it.
Yes, all the time. All the time.
God is with you, and I will get you another one. I love you, Nene.
I love
Thank you, everyone, for listening and taking the time out to hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless. Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, guys, that was from Renee Smith herself, a survivor of breast cancer. And that's going to be our goal for every Monday that we're here for this month, is to have a survivor on the show to talk about their testimony and everything that they've been through. And I am still looking for a male who has been through breast cancer as a survivor. So if you know anybody, make sure y'all drop them in the comments. But we're going to go ahead and get the Butler family on. I know they've been waiting here in the waiting room area. So we're going to go ahead and add them in. Butler family. Hi, Leslie. How are you? I'm so sorry for the delay.
What's up?
We had some technical difficulties in the beginning. It was woo, but we figured it out. So,
no, it's all good.
All right. How are you guys?
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you for joining me. I think when I reached out and I was just like, y'all want to do this? You were like, yep. I was like, yes, perfect. So I'm so excited. Just thank y'all for jumping on today. And before we get into all the detail and all the questions, just tell us a little bit about y'all, and we'll just go right in.
So we're Joseph and Leslie Butler. We're proud parents of an 11-month-old. His name is King, but that might be more of an adjective than just a pronoun. He is full of energy. He sleeps a lot, but it doesn't feel like it because we don't really sleep a lot. But that's been our entire world for the last 11 months, and then the 9 before that. So but other than that, we're proud believers in Jesus Christ, and we try to show God in everything that we do. We're both entrepreneurs by trade, but no matter what we're doing, no matter where we are, we're just looking for an opportunity to bring some light to such a dark world.
Definitely. And that's exactly why the show is about, is bringing that light into that dark world. And what we all can do individually to grow and then collectively grow. So that is definitely beautiful. Let's talk about what inspired you guys to create your name, because your names are so unique, and it definitely seems like it's faith based. We have the sports heaven brand, and we also have in his hands massage therapy. Very biblical. Tell us what inspired you guys to come up with those names for your business.
Okay, so in his hands actually came from a prayer. When I was in massage therapy school, I had to do a mock business plan. And I asked God, what should I name my business? And I just kind of sat on it for a little bit, and that is exactly what popped into my head. And the inspiration is that when I put my hands on people, I want them to experience the love, the compassion, the healing power, the healing nature of God. So I just yield myself as a vessel, and that's how we got started within his hands.
Beautiful.
That's
so.
I'm about to book my family right now.
Let's do it, sis.
My family's been in the t-shirt print business for 4 decades now. So when I decided to follow suit and I was coming up with a name, I wasn't the most godly person at the moment, but for some reason, I just prayed about it. And sports was something I played since I can remember. Heaven is where I hope my final destination is. And brand was honestly, I saw Jordan brand, and I saw it grow from just shoes to, different basketball shoes to cleats for football to being on Businessmen and motivational speakers. So the word brand to me just meant more than just one thing. So I didn't want to be sports heaven t-shirts. I wanted to be brands so that there could be more things to fit under the umbrella.
Wow. So what services do you guys provide when it comes down to your businesses? What kind of services? I want to make sure, or any products that you guys have?
Yeah, absolutely. So with In His Hands, and you can follow us at In His Hands Wellness on Instagram. You can see all of our services there. We offer therapeutic massage, which includes a variety of massages. So prenatal, sports, deep tissue, cupping, reflexology, so on and so forth. I offer the infrared sauna, which is really awesome, especially during the pandemic.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And the ion cleanse foot detox is another option to help naturally cleanse the body and rid the body of toxins. I do a lot of wellness classes as well. I teach an oils of the Bible class. So I'm an advocate for essential oils. I use essential oils all day, every day, and everything. So I teach other people how to use them and incorporate it into their everyday life. But I also give scriptural reference for how God used them Jesus used them in biblical times. I also do something called emotional release. And what else do I do? My number one thing that I'm most passionate about is I teach Bible-based meditation. So that's one of my favorite things to do, is help people to relax and de-stress. And I also am a certified health and life coach. I don't really practice it right now, but it's something that I may ramp up. I do it on an individual basis, but I may start doing groups real soon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, through Sports Heaven brand, we offer, I'm going to say printing, mainly on garments. But I like working with small business owners, and I like working with entrepreneurs on the rise. And when I say small business, I don't mean they make a certain amount of money. I just mean someone whose name is their company. I like working with those type of people and helping them brand their organization or their mission or their vision. You can follow us on Instagram as well at Sports Heaven brand. One of our biggest clients, I have the sweatshirt on for. You can follow on Instagram at ambition_FTP, and that's one of our biggest clothing line clients. So my passion has been just to help people create their own closet through whatever dream or passion that they have, and they want someone to help them bring it to life.
I love it. And when you talked about like the small action, I know we worked together when it came down to basketball and creating the t-shirt for us. And, we've been a big supporter in that, and getting shirts and apparel and all types of stuff, guys. So I'm bringing people to you that I've actually worked with, talked to. So great products. And we always get compliments all the time of like, oh, these shirts are really, really nice. And hey, I'm like, refer them to you and all types of stuff. So
we appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. So with that being said, what are you guys currently working on? I know there's a pandemic going on right now. It's fall. There are people coming hoodies, sweats. What is something that's currently coming out that we can look forward to? And maybe we can go ahead and just put in the new line.
So we're getting ready to drop a few items via our Instagram, ambition_FTP, and the FTP stands for the people. And I think to answer your question, we really took the beginning of the pandemic, probably 99% of the pandemic, to just kick it with ourselves. You know, we've only been married 5 years, and we've been entrepreneurs probably for half a decade before that. So we've always been, you know, moving and shaking and trying to make things work, because there's never been a 40-hour work week somewhere and a check coming. It's always been, what can you create? What can you build? And so when we kind of got shut in, we had a 3-month-old at the time. So we just kicked it with him, and he went from sleeping on a pillow, not moving, to if you blink, he'd be in the other room.
Right.
So we just took the pandemic. Honestly, if I told you we were working on something, we were just working on our marriage and being new parents, and just trying to figure out, you know, if we're gonna have a lifestyle, what would we have to sacrifice? And we didn't want to sacrifice the time with our son and time with ourselves. So we've just been working on creating systems within our business so that we can have the time to do whatever we want when we want, and not have to focus on this bill is due, this credit score dropped, or we want to buy this, so we got to go work something else to do it. We kind of said, let's not do that, and let's focus on the things we want and then build around that.
Love it. And that's key. And I love the fact that while we were having the pandemic, it was about family for you. And that's what I heard about. It's about family. It's about building a strong foundation that you guys can build on top of that.
Yes.
And you didn't allow, you know, money to stress you guys out. You know, that's one of the biggest things in marriages too, right? And then also being an entrepreneur. You guys stuck together, you fought through it, and you guys are here today. Still, I guess, even stronger than ever, right? So, I mean, that's
it.
Still smiling, right? Still smiling.
We haven't tried to kill each other one time.
Right. Oh, Lord.
Not one time.
Not one.
That is a good thing. Where did the creativity come from? So, like, we know we have like the sports brand, like the designs. I know it might come from other people, but also with the massage therapy and thinking about the oils. Where did all these creativity come from to help out the business?
Man, I say for me, it has been the people that have come into my network. One of my mentors actually was a distributor for the essential oil company that I currently use. And I mean, when she talked about this essential oil company, she would light up. I mean, her whole aura, energy, everything would just go through the roof. And I'm like, what are you on? I need some of that, okay? So she was a big inspiration for me to dig deeper, because most people are like, oh, essential oils, they make your house smell good. You put it in your lotion, or, you know, little simple things like that. I didn't know that they actually had healing properties, or, you know, that they can set an atmosphere. I had no idea. So that was a part of it. Like it really opened the door for me to start asking more questions, take more classes, get more certifications, so on and so forth. And then just everyday life, when I come across other entrepreneurs or businessmen and women, a lot of church leaders, everyone is so stressed out. Everyone is like burnt out almost. So I was inspired to revamp my massage practice around those issues that I started seeing in people that I come in contact with on a day-to-day basis. And they just keep me motivated, because I want to help solve those problems that people have. And that's another big reason why I started doing the meditation, just to really help people de-stress, to relax, to breathe, you know, the thing that is so easy to do, but we forget to do it. You know, we're walking around all tense and stressed out, and I'm like, relax.
Just relax.
You know,
up here. Like, yeah, relax.
Shoulders down, you know? So yeah, that's where most of my inspiration comes from. Just seeing people having an issue that I have a gift to help solve.
I love it.
Wow. Well, my artistic, I guess, feel kind of came from my family, making T-shirts. People would come in and request stuff, and I always had a kind of a good ear to kind of see what they wanted, and then I add my spin to it. And I'm gonna say it was a straight up gift from God because when I colored, it was always outside the lines.
And it still is.
Still is. It still is.
Lil King coloring better than you.
Yeah.
Listen.
Our first month of the pandemic, we got coloring books, and yeah, my elephant looked like an elbow. It wasn't pretty.
It was not.
But that's my plight. So, but my artistic talent I think kind of started from there, and then I got a trainer in basketball, and he just always talked about rhythm, and I would I got better as I found the rhythm, and then I would transition that to life, and in business is finding the rhythm, and finding the rhythm and catching momentum is just you just live life differently.
Yeah.
So my artistic is now trying to help other people catch their rhythm, but then also feeding off the next man or woman's rhythm. Just like my wife said, my pastor is always painting vision, and he might be preaching about one thing and it can impact 90 different parts of my life.
Yeah.
So, just having an ear to know that what I believed and what I lived on yesterday might not work today. So just always wanting to learn and being able to listen to anybody, I think has been a gift from God. Because I don't really like hearing people talk, but for some reason I remember stuff from 15 years ago that somebody said, and I'm like, I didn't write that down. I don't even know why I remembered it, but I've used the gift to help me find that rhythm and tap into an artistic level and be able to produce stuff that people like.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. So we know that you all have a son in your family, and you guys are entrepreneurs. How is it managing all of that through all these years? And what advice could you give to someone that are doing that, managing or about thinking about doing it, having a family and trying to manage a business at the same time?
Well, we play off each other. So we weren't really the best planners before he showed up. But then when he showed up, it was like you can't just not plan around a heartbeat. Like you gotta plan for him. So if she was working because her field doesn't allow her to have a child in the room, I would take him. And what I do, I've spoken in front of small crowds, and he'll be sitting there, or I'm making some shirts or working with my team making some shirts, and he'll be there. So luckily with my field, there's really no boundaries to a certain degree where he can't come with me. And then when she needed her time off, especially when she was recuperating, she would have him. So he was breastfed for a long period of time. So I don't even, if managing is the word of what we did, I would say we just blended, because we weren't going to sacrifice him, but we also weren't going to sacrifice our dreams of being entrepreneurs. Early on in our marriage, we were like, we need to get a job, we need to be stable. And I was just like, no, we just need to work. We just need to build with better strategy. And then having a son, it's like, how much faith can you rely on with your money when you got a mouth to feed? And he was breastfed, so we didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah,
so,
right.
There's a lot of faith in that. But on a serious note, money and faith are usually not things that people will mesh together well. And I think because we've been tithers for I've been tithers since the week I graduated college. And that was in 2009. And I believe when I got married, I had financial increase in security. And then when my son showed up, I got more financial increase in security. And I think God trusted me because I was tithing when I owed myself money, So, we've been blessed by tithing. And I think that's allowed us to say, hey, we don't have to take that order, or hey, we don't have to take that massage client, or we don't have to take that meeting, because we know God's going to provide, or he already provided.
Exactly. So I started tithing, I think it might have been about 5 years ago. And it's like you said, it has been an experience that has helped me grow as a person. Like it was times I was like, do I have this right now to be able to give? But if we think about everything that God has given to us, you know, just from waking up, just to have a job or a car or whatever the case may be. And I've seen my life elevate so much from starting from where it's at to where I am now. You know what I mean? Like my career has blossomed into something beautiful where I don't have to think twice about if I should spend this money on this and that. You know what I mean? Like before, like after college, like I was like, oh shoot, like I gotta make sure I stay.
Right.
You know, now I'm like, oh, I want this, let me get it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see a difference when tithing and like trusting God and praying. Not saying that you're gonna get everything that you want, right?
Right.
But at the same time, just putting that faith in Him, knowing I'm covered. That I'm covered.
Yes, that covering is that cold night where you pull the right blanket.
Yeah.
And your feet are warm, your shoulders are warm, your earlobes are warm. That's what tithing is. But it doesn't matter if it's January or August. You got that covering no matter what. And you're right. It's unbelievable to give Him what's His.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not ours. So that's good. It's good to hear.
And I tell people too, and it's not just a financial thing too, because a lot of people think, well, I gotta get I do it through services as well.
Yes,
if
you
I
do.
go out and do some community service, if I just, you know, buy somebody a meal or something like that, just put a smile. Like I do a lot of service stuff too as well, even through just the donations through this other organization. Like I just help out any way that I can. If I'm making something for somebody, that's your tithing. It's a service, something that you're giving back, and in the honor of God.
Amen.
So don't always think it gotta be money, y'all. It can be a service that you can give. So I'm always hearing the naysayers say that. It's all good.
Amen. Amen. Amen, sister. You tell that testimony.
Amen. Let's talk about what advice would you give anybody who's thinking about being an entrepreneur? Both of you guys are doing it right now. And what advice would you give them on taking that first step of just go out there and do it?
I would say do your homework. Study your industry. And please get your child. So sorry.
You're good.
Study your industry, because I see so many entrepreneurs jump out there and they have no clue what they're getting themselves into. And then you're in it and then you're swallowing, trying to get yourself together when you could have just done what you needed to do from the jump. Maybe find a mentor. Find someone that's doing what you want to do and listen to them. I also come across so many people that want to just jump out there and reinvent the wheel. And I'm like, you don't have to. Somebody's already doing what you're trying to do. Go glean from them. Learn, what it is that they're doing. And it's not to say that you're trying to copy from them or steal from them, but it'll help you make less mistakes. You can learn and soak up that wisdom from that person, and that'll help you launch your business. That's what I would say.
I'm going to say build relationships.
Yeah, that's good too.
Because I don't know if I'm a unicorn in this. I know I'm not the first, but I literally have spent probably less than $100 on marketing in the last 8 years that I've legally been in business. And if I go to the gym, I gotta tone it down sometimes because I'm there to get some W's.
Yeah.
And I'm there to hurt some people's, pride. Like, you're not better than me, bro. Yeah. But that sometimes doesn't translate to a good business meal the next day with someone I just told that their career in basketball wasn't worth them even playing, So, but if I go to the gym, I'll give you an example. Like about 3 weeks ago, I was at the gym playing a young guy, maybe like 19, Nene, and he was talking trash, and my team won, and I wanted to talk trash after we won. And, it got almost physical, so he was just like, man, I'll go to the car. And so I just walked away. But 10 minutes later, after he cooled down, we had a man-to-man conversation. And I said, what would happen to your family if you'd have killed me when I walked outside? And he was like, yeah, you're right. And I saw him a month later, and he was so thankful I was willing to have that conversation. He was like, man, I didn't know you knew such and such. That's my brother. I was like, well, that's my little brother. So now you my little brother. And so that meant more to me, or that's how I live my everyday life. And there are some people I talk trash to, and we're never going to be brothers. But in this instance, I was like, this is more about, God in a relationship than it is about me just trying to get a win and feel good about my career at the gym, you know?
Right.
So, but I do that anywhere I go. I could be at Starbucks and I want to make the person that's ringing me up feel better than they did before I got there. And that has led to so many emails saying, hey, I want you to do business with this person. I want you to meet this person. And I'm like, I'm not really worthy of this stuff, but I'm always looking to build relationships. And if you want to go anywhere in business, you got to have some names in your Rolodex that you can call on and help you do that.
Absolutely.
You do. You definitely do. Oh, goodness. And it's about networking, and it's about connecting with the right people. And I'm glad that you had a conversation with that young man. And we all are competitors, right? We hoop, we play ball, and it's always going to be some trash talking. But I'm glad at the end of the day, you guys were able to sit down and talk and handle it like men. You know what I mean? So I think that helps our community too. Once we can realize that mentally, that we can push through this together, and we need each other to survive.
Yeah.
Right? That's the key. That's the key. So I'm glad that that was resolved. And what obstacle have you guys been faced with? Any challenges throughout your business? Maybe you're still going through it, but that you can tell somebody like, hey, this is what can happen, but this is something that you can do to counter that.
Let me get close. Taxes.
Taxes.
Do you hear me? Taxes. IRS. I don't know what it stands for, but the middle word is revenue. And they don't want no apology letter. We got you Friday. I mean, you know, people tell you, but it's hard to be disciplined when you are experiencing more than what you ever experienced.
Right.
You know, so, you know, making 1,000 in a week when you're used to making maybe 600 in a week, that extra 400 may not have been budgeted for it. So it's got to get spent. So I thought, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned over time, like what I make is not always mine. Like that 10% I give to God, you know, that's not mine.
Right.
I don't have, my relationship with God, my wife's relationship with God, that 10% is his. And then there's a certain percentage of it that goes to the state and a certain percentage that goes to the federal government. And that was the biggest obstacle, because it's like, do I charge my clients more? And luckily we have an accountant who kind of broke down in plain English what I needed to do. But that was my biggest obstacle is these daggone taxes.
I would say for me, it was in the beginning, I just quit my job and I didn't have a plan. I just jumped and was like, all right, God, catch me. And when the scriptures say, when people say Jesus paid it all, he ain't paid them bills, sis. So
Yeah.
I found myself in a whirlwind of trouble. Okay.
Okay.
So some of the obstacles was not planning, not having the necessary resources to do what I needed to do, and just jumping out there. And so,
oh, we got you.
Y'all see, right?
Yes.
Y'all see this?
Parenting.
Parenting. It's wipes right there, babe.
I love it.
This is real life, okay? All day, every day. But yeah, that's basically what my obstacle was. And currently, it's not really an obstacle, because I've learned how to. I'm really good at shifting and pivoting. But when the pandemic happened, you know, we're in a physical touch business. And so that was shut down completely. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't be around people. And still to this day, I operate very lightly because I don't want to be in the midst of that. Right. But that could have been an obstacle. And it probably is an obstacle for a lot of people. But like I said, learning how to shift and learning how to pivot, doing more things online, and even alternating the way I do some of my services so I can still offer them. So that was absolutely the biggest obstacle, having to be innovative and shift.
Yeah. And that was for a lot of businesses, you know, even me with doing like the basketball training and coaching AAU and all of that, like they shut everything down. So I had to get into virtual training. And I'm a hands-on coach. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was seeing some of my players hitting spin moves and they weren't doing it right. I'm like trying to grab the tablet and like change their body, but it's like you can't do that. So it's like we all had to adapt. We all had to change. It was very difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but you found a way and you made it work.
Right.
You made it work. So that's all that matters. So, lastly, I just want to talk about how important you believe, Leslie, how important it is that you believe that massaging or just taking care of your body, how important that is for us to understand. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but it might be a mental day. It might be something. How important is it for us to do it regularly, to go see a massage therapist so that we can get through?
So that's so funny you asked me that. So today, my grader was talking about self-care. And she was saying, you know, I really got to get better with my self-care. Should I do something once a month? You know, how frequently should I be doing things? And I said, sis, you live in your body every single day.
Yeah.
How do you go a day and completely neglect yourself, but give so much to everybody else? See, what I've learned from our leadership over the last several years is that you don't pour from your cup, you know, serving from just your cup. You serve from your overflow. So if you don't have anything overflowing, then you're draining and depleting yourself every time you try to go out and do something. So self-care should not be a thing that we do. It should be who we are and how we live our life. You have to serve and honor your body. This is how you move. It's how you do your business. It's how you do your job. It's how you parent. It's how you know, all of the things that we have to do. We have this one vessel, one time in life, and it's crucial that you honor it and take care of it. So I would say my answer is, it is life or death. Literally. And it doesn't have to be profound. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Literally, I started a series called Sis, Breathe. Just breathe. Just pause for 1 minute and breathe and watch the difference that it'll make in your life, because so many people just go, give, do. And I mean, as you see, babies require a lot of energy and a lot of attention.
They do.
Businesses, husbands, you know, all of these things are pulling and tugging on us, and it's so easy for us to get drained and depleted because we want to give and serve to all of these other things. But you have to start with self. That means slowing down, taking a breath, drinking some water, hydrating yourself, making sure you're getting some sleep. I mean, it's hard to sleep, but make sure you're getting some
sleep, right?
Right. You know what I mean? Go outside, get some fresh air, get some sun. I tell people all the time, why don't you just dance? If you like music, just turn on your favorite song and just move your body. Your body needs
That's a workout in itself.
Exactly. So just do something small every single day to honor you.
Yes.
That's self-care right there. And then obviously come see me and get a massage, duh. But outside of that, you can do whatever brings you joy. Like I tell people all the time, laugh. Just laugh. Find that funny movie that you like, or listen to your favorite comedian. But laughter really shifts you and changes your mood. So laugh, dance, have some fun, do something that you enjoy just a little bit every single day.
I love it.
It'll change your life.
To drain from your overflow, not from your cup. Like I wanted to snap. I thought I was listening to poetry night. And I was like, sis, preach. Like, let's get it. Like that was beautiful, because I do a lot too. Like run around trying to help everybody do all this stuff. And it does get draining. But like you said, like drain from that overflow, but you got to take care of yourself at the end of the day too, so that you can love on yourself and love on other people. So
that's the only way you overflow.
Yeah.
You can't just serve and pour. You have to fill up so much, love on yourself so much that now you have some left over to give to other people. And we typically do it the other way around. We give, and then whatever's left over, then we say, okay, let me take 10 minutes and just breathe real quick. No, it don't work. We're going to do something new.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm not going to keep you on long because we almost running on a whole hour. And I know it was some back time, but let's go ahead and just do some little rapid questions so we can get to know the Butler family.
Okay.
So what is your favorite color?
I used to say purple, but I'm feeling black right now. Black is my color. I'm redoing my dining room, and it's about to be black.
Okay.
That's my new one.
I'm black all day. I was gonna say red, but I'm black. I throw in some black. I love a black queen. So I'm black.
Black love, I love it. What's your favorite movie?
Ooh.
Jamie Foxx, Stand Up. What's the name of it?
Oh.
It was when we watched on like our first. I think she had passed one of her tests in massage school, and she came over when I lived with my parents, and we had SpaghettiOs and Franks, and we watched Jamie Foxx Stand Up.
True story.
And had some Moscato.
True story.
Ooh, the cupcake one?
Huh?
The cupcake Moscato?
No. It was like Barcelona. The blue bottle.
The blue bottle.
It's $11 one.
Yeah.
Don't do the $9 one. Do the $11.
I love it. Oh, y'all are adorable. What is your favorite sports team? Or it can be a player. Or it can be a player.
I'm a Durant fan, so I go with the home guy. If he's in Golden State, I'm in Golden State. If he's in Brooklyn, I'm in Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's how I am with LeBron. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out Black excellence right there.
Yeah.
4 rings, you can't deny it.
No.
Hey, I don't like the way he plays. It's not my type of game, but you cannot deny it. It's just not my. I mean, it's just not my style. It's not my style.
No, look, let's not get started, cause
I can't watch a rerun of LeBron. I watch a rerun of KD 10 times. That's just me though. Black excellence, not hating on the man. Just my eyes.
But you can't deny his greatness, especially in this series.
I can't.
Sold out. He showed himself out, and that's why I think he was definitely deserving for this championship and that finals. Because he put on, he must have watched Last Dance or something like that. He put on that competitive switch, and he was like nobody was stopping him.
Nope.
I give him that. No hate from Joey.
Yeah. Shout out to LeBron and the Lakers. That's what's up. Lastly, what affirmation do you guys say daily to get you guys going throughout the week or just throughout the day?
I am peace. That's my go-to all day, every day.
I love it.
I mean, I look at my son. I don't really need any words. That's the notion that I need to go. I need to build, but sometimes I need to stay around and kick it with him. So
I love it. I love it. Well, any final words that you want to give? Y'all know Lucky Octavius. He over here talking about without AD they don't win. We know that.
I believe you, Lucky.
We know that. Like he can't do it by himself. We know AD was a part of that.
Lucky, I believe. Lucky, I'm on your side on that one, bro. He's the king, but only with another king.
But that's why KD had to go to Golden State. He couldn't win by himself. Exactly. We know you need a team. You gotta have the surrounding pieces with you. It's inevitable.
His name's not King Durant though. Kevin. Different standards.
Different standards.
So they say. But to wrap up, I missed the point earlier when you were talking about what we're working on. We're really working on some stuff that we can get back to people through entrepreneurship. Also, we've been thinking about doing stuff in agriculture where we really can provide for the people who maybe can't provide for themselves, and be able to provide, like the lady was saying before, like a vegan diet, but teaching people how to reconnect with the earth. That's what God brought us from. There's more than just food that can be grown. It could be actually, time spent with God when you're nurturing your garden. So we're looking to get into farming and be able to help people grow their own stuff. And we're excited about this new venture.
I love it. Yes. So I want to make sure that I put y'all information out there on YouTube and on Facebook. The Butler family is and King. What's up,
girl?
Always a pleasure having you guys on the show. And anything that you guys have going on, anything new, exciting, whatever, let me know. I want to support. Sis, I'm gonna get a massage coming soon.
I owe you one.
If I got a mask up, whatever. I'm gonna
on me. I got you.
Let's do it. You got me? Oh, look at you. But I got to throw some coins in there. I gotta do that. So, but I love you guys. Thank y'all
Thank
so
you.
We love you too. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. All right, y'all have a good night.
Good night.
All right, you too.
Night, King. Hey guys, so that was the Butler family. Oh my gosh. I pray that you guys learned a lot from them and their business and them being a family. It's just beautiful to see that, especially Black love. So make sure you guys go out there and on Instagram, follow Sports Heaven brand. That's with Joey Butler. And then In His Hands Massage Therapy. That's with Leslie. But as you can see, they are two phenomenal people doing great things. And remember, keeping their family strong. I think that is key. So we're going to go into Nini's weekly inspiration. For the Nini inspiration of the week, it is I Told the Storm. We all have storms in our life. Some are bigger than others. Some are smaller than others. It can last from one day. And some of us, it feels like eternity, right? But there's two type of people that go through a storm. You have your type A person that goes through and they want to give up, or they feel tired, or they feel weak, and they just feel like there's no more. They're blaming other people and they're not holding themselves accountable for their actions. And then you have your type B type of person who is ready to fight, who is not willing to give up. They know that the sun will shine again and shine bright. They are fighters. They are resilient. Their foundation is strong in faith. And when they cry in faith. They don't cry to worry or anything of that nature. Because if you're going to pray, you're not going to worry. If you're going to worry, there's no need in praying. I want y'all to remember that. So what I want you to do is when you tell your storm that, and I pray that you are a type A individual, because there's only type 2, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. All right. I want you to remember that. So be that resilient person through the storm, knowing that it will not last always. Always try to find a positive situation out of a negative situation. So as you're going through your storm, no matter how big or small it is, find the positive in it, push through, and just know that it's preparing you for the next chapter in your life. God is really preparing you for something. So it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to help you have a testimony so that you can tell the next person to help them through their journey. What is a better blessing than that in helping someone else? So thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you learned a lot from Renee Smith when it came down to breast cancer survivor, also Black-owned business with the Butler family. Anything else you guys need, let me know. Tune in. Also subscribe, like the channel, share with other people, all right? But remember, never forget to inspire, uplift, and empower each other. Faith works. Nini out.